welcome to the West Texas town of El Paso, the Sun City, today at the historic Sun Bowl as a couple of squads come in trying to finish their season as champions of the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. They're going to try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. So the Oregon Ducks offense will have the football first. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a double.
And the decibel level starting to increase here on this early 3rd and 10. It's complete to the left. Finds a crease at the 20. He's brought down the 1, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Just about had the pick in the end zone. Instead, it'll be 4th down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
The Rebels offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that break.
Reels it in down the left side. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. A big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. Use the play fake, now to throw. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. And the Rebels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Makes the grab. It's Stockton. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Tackled there by the defense.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Stockton. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. And the Rebels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. It's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Touchdown, Rebels! The finisher and the exclamation point on that drive. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Looking to throw, it's Lanier. Under fire. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll give it to the back. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. And they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. Now this offense facing a third and long from their own 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And the Ducks will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. Off the play fake on first down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Ole Miss! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. First play of the period will be a second down. The The give to the running back from the shotgun. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the grab. It's Irvin. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going.
One of the things I love about this wide receiver, it's not all bombs and posts and go routes. 3rd and long, you just kind of run him not too far down the field. He makes the catch, and he's so dangerous, making moves, using his speed and elusiveness. He finds a way to get that first down and keep the offense on the field.
Keeping it yourself on the option is a great decision when you have quarterbacks like the ones the Ducks have had forever, it seems.
Yeah, I mean, Darren Thomas, Jeremiah Masoli, that guy Marcus Mariota, he was pretty dang good, too. Just the list goes on and on and on about guys that are at the quarterback spot that can run, that are playmakers, and they've done as good a job as anybody in the country finding those guys and using their strengths.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Gets the back moving. To throw, it's Lanier. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Quarterback on the keeper. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Thought maybe they would consider the field goal here, but the offense is staying out there on 4th down. Has to get there to move the sticks. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
Catch in the middle. It's Irvin. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He might want another play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Trying to get behind the defense. Makes the grab deep. Touchdown, Oregon. Once he got some room, it was over.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Finds us back in the middle. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. To the air on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. He can't make the catch. Had it right in his hands, and it'll be 4th down. And the Rebels will punt this one away. This will be his 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Turning it on! Wrestled out of bounds at the 26. A huge pickup on the ground. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. He's there to make the stop, and not before. He sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Pressure coming. They get to him, and boy, did this defense need that.
How about this goal-to-go defense? Great job 1st down, meeting the physical challenge. Nowhere to go. 2nd down, ready for the pass. This defense really bowing their neck on an important part of the field.
And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got his man quickly. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Splits Hits the uprights. Good. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Leaves it with the back. Breaks the tackle. The freshman brought down after a really nice run there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll pull it down. Blasted as he lets it go.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there. More and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Guys, they could have cut the deficit in half if that field goal had been good, still down by 6. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Ducks will kick it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. And they're trailing on the scoreboard right now, but they are very much in the mix to finish this season with a... Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up. And if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The Rebels are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it, and more than enough for a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Off play action on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Going right and going deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. He'll try to really get into this one. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Lanier. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. If early in the 3rd quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Ducks really need to keep this drive alive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. The quarterback's a little more on target there. Maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Back to pass on second down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Grabs it in the middle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
There's the pressure. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on down. Offense working from the pistol. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. And the Ducks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll try the run. Breaks into the open. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a third and manageable situation.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to...
It's a running room. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws, just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect...
He'll take a shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And it's not a surprise who they're throwing the ball down the field to. I mean, he's already had a great day. They're going to feature him because he makes plays over and over again. And they're trying to take another shot to him down the field. If I'm the defense, man, I'm focusing on that guy. He's made too many big plays today.
Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Wants to throw again. Looking down the middle. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Rebels are flying down the field. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. And the Rebels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He's got it on the right. Touchdown, Rebels! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. He'll keep it himself. He has the first and still on his feet. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. You see the wheels on that guy? From Masoli to Mariota, that sort of defines an Oregon quarterback.
And no doubt, just a guy that can improvise, a guy that can make plays with his feet. And when he does that, opens up the whole offense. And
there he goes! Bulldozes his way through. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
He makes a catch. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
He'll do it himself. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They relentlessly move forward. Now it's getting down to cases. 3rd and goal. They're going to run it. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
Man, what a game this guy has been having, living in the opponent's backfield. Already has 2 sacks in the game, and now he gets a TFL. He is so athletic, so quick twitch, so slippery, they just can't block him.
Looking to pass. It's Lanier. Touchdown, Ducks! They take the lead with the 6.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
They want to throw it. Quick strike complete. He's not going to get there as the defense comes up with the stop on the 2-point conversion attempt, and it remains a 5-point game. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance. You know,
and the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone, they're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun. Give on the inside. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. The play action fake. Steps away. And into the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Going to swing it on second down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one. The Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes at the 39. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. Back to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete to the right. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Looking for the score. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They lost ground on 1st down. Now 2nd and goal from the 5. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Quick strike through the air for the score. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because, Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about it. Single covered, double covered, triple covered. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Gonna run it. It's Miranda. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Lanier. Under fire. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line.
Man, as a defense, you're salivating in this territory. You want to get that safety. You want to put your hands over your head, clasp them together. I got him in the end zone. Nice job by the defense being ready, rushing the quarterback, almost getting the safety.
He's loose at the 15. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. The Ducks headed quickly to the line.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Turning it on! They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And the Ducks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Miranda. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. Back to pass, it's Lanier. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. He'll pull it on the read. Touchdown, Ducks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, beat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is the football equivalent of throwing in the towel or no mas, as they will concede defeat. With the clock running, this should be the final play.